Hi everyone, so today I'm going to try out the Beetles Scream On Halloween limited edition box to just do a simple nail design, a little Halloween nail design. So originally this was sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And the links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thanks for using those if you would like. I will say I will have that there with a 10% discount code also. It actually links to Beetles Amazon store, so you can check that out. And I believe the 10% will go on anything that's from the Beetles store, so not just this box if you're interested in some of the other kits. I know they have some very inexpensive gel polish kits. Maybe you want to check those out. I am going to use the larger lamp that I have that actually came from Beetles kit that I had bought last month or so, or a couple months ago. So I will link that kit also, but of course you can get their lamp by itself. This does come with a mini lamp. For me, I think that lamp is more for curing. And I just realized I don't think I unwrapped this day. Maybe I have in the video because I wasn't going to use it that day. But it comes with this cute purple lamp. Now I would like to use this for flash curing, but it looks like it will cure your, Tipp-Ex and all these different things and your gel polish if you want it to. But I'm going to go with the larger lamp, so I'm not going to use this little guy in here. And we will go start to finish. I'm going to do a little nail art, so I'm going to need probably the liner brush. I don't think I'm going to need the other ones. And I'm just thinking about using the orange. I love that. Maybe some little stripes, maybe we use a white one too. I don't know. I'm thinking Beetlejuicy, and I was just going to do them all orange. So maybe I'll stick to my original plan. So I don't need that. And then I don't think I'm going to need the items that are down here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take off my nail polish, grab all the things, my lamp, grab the orange polish. I do want the white and black polish also. So let's see. Ooh, no, I don't think I guessed it right. I was like, did I guess that one right? Pink, orange. I want the orange one. And I want the white and the black. We have some cat eyes in here too. We have some white and black. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the base gel and the top gel from this kit, although I do have some open already from another video, but that's okay. So we'll just use the top gel and the base gel from here. These are air dry polishes, and if you're curious about what's all is in here, I already made a video on that, so I will have that linked also in the description box so you can check out what all is in here. So let me grab my lamp. I'm going to take off the polish I have on my nails right now, and then we'll go from start to finish. Okay guys, I did bring out a few other items I'll be using, but base, top are colors. So again, just to get started, I don't need that. I just come on down here. I've already washed my hands. I actually have, let me put this away somewhere else. Sunblock on my hands. I've washed after I took off the nail polish I had with some acetone, of course. I like to use acetone. Nail polish remover drives me nuts. It takes too long, and I don't know. So anyway, you want to push back your cuticles gently, right? I'm barely doing anything because I kind of did this recently. And then take the other side. If you have a cuticle pusher that has a little cleaner, you're going to want to come around and take off any dead skin that is on your nails. And a lot of times what happens is your cuticle, nails growing out, it leaves a little organic product there from your body on these guys. So just kind of get rid of that. And I will do this with every nail. Okay, and maybe have a little wipe or something. And then I also just take the shine off my nail. Now my nail is not shiny already because I recently took off some extensions, but just be gentle with your nails, guys. My nails are really strong. They're really healthy. I don't have very many problems with them at all. I always take just the best care that I can with my nails. So you're going to do that. And then if there's a little something there, go ahead and shape your nails. So my nails, I kind of shaped them already. But if you haven't yet, get your little nail file. There we go. And shape your nails into the shape that you would prefer. Okay? And so I'm going to do that with all the 10 fingers, and I'll be right back. And if you're curious how I do my other hand, I just do it very carefully. So I just, push back the cuticle. That one didn't have much going. And then just very carefully, I kind of guide my hand and then just do what I need to do with the other, right? But really, it's this hand that's guiding everything. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done doing that, and I'll just take the, a little lint-free pad and some alcohol. You can use acetone if you prefer, whatever it is, but just go around and just make sure you don't have any of that little dust and things on your nail plate. So I'll go ahead and take care of that. Okay, so I do like to also wear gloves. If you have these, what you want to do is put them like right under your nails so that there's less exposure of your skin. You know, these are a little tight, I will say, for me, which is interesting. But okay, so I've already done that. That means my nails are pretty much ready to go. If I want to add something like this, I have this dehydrator. You can just spray it on. I will say this does not come with a primer or a dehydrator, but if you have those things and you want to use them, you know, go for it. I have to let this dry now. Oh, it smells so good. So I'm just going to wait a second. Let's check this guy out while I'm doing that. Okay, it's almost ready to go. So it usually has a little something on it that keeps it in the shape, but just to make sure that little crust is kind of broken off. So now we're good to go on that. And I guess my nails are ready. So base gel. So I will say I normally put 4 fingers in the lamp and then my thumbs separate, just so that the thumbs are cured nicely. So that's probably what I'll still do. And so just to show you the basic prep here, actually we're gonna do those last. We're just gonna do those last. So base gel. So I'm gonna do 4 fingers, the color coats, the decoration, all that, and then I'll do the other hand. And then I'll do my thumbs last. But you can do them all at once. Some people like to do them all at once. I just want to make sure my lamp is good to cover my whole hand. So anyhow. So again, there's no primer with this set. But like I said, if there's a primer you like that is Beetles brand, I would use that. I don't really like mixing primers, but I will say primers are very basic, so maybe that's not the worst thing. So again, very careful not to get on your skin. But I will say wherever you put the base gel is where your polish is going to stick. So if you miss an area, it might not stick very well in that area. I am going to also remove some from this nail. I think I put too much. Just thin coats, guys. Everything thin. The color, you build it up thin. Everything thin. But push all the way back towards your cuticle area. And so that's the kind of thing we're looking for. And, you know, you don't have to dip this very many times because you want thin coats. But I do always give like a once over just to make sure I am putting that everywhere where I need it to be. So I'll look and make sure it's not on my skin. That looks pretty good. There's a little gap right here. See, there's like a little hole right here for some reason. So I'm going to do that. And it tells you on here to cure for 30 to 60 seconds. Now I will say, move these out of the light. I'm just putting those 4 fingers in. What that means is, actually, this one's going to say 60 to 90 seconds. So once it goes off, I'll do it again. I've seen other base coats of Beetles that say 30 to 60. It does say 60 to 90. So 60 would be in an LED lamp like this. 90 would be like in a UV lamp. Okay, I assume that's what they mean because that's generally what people say whenever they have a gel polish line and it gives you a longer time. I'll do another 30. So 60 to 90 seconds, guys. So again, under a UV LED, see? So 60 is usually the LED, 90 is the UV. Generally, that's how that works. So that's the base coat. And like I said, I'll do my thumbs separate. I'll do my other hand separate. And you definitely want to keep these out of the light. I'll be right back. Okay. I will say their lamp feels a little bit warm. You know, I've tried and worked with lots of gel companies. And sorry about the lighting. Let me try to fix that. Anyway, and I don't know that I feel the light as warm as this one. Okay, again, we're building up color, guys. So I take that. I will say I like their brush. It's nice and square. I love a square brush. And go ahead and apply that. And if you get any on your skin, like I just got a little bit there, you're going to want to take your cuticle pusher or whatever tool you have, an orange wood stick, and just clean that off before you, I'm sorry, I have a little wipe over here, before you cure your nails, okay? So I'll do all 4 fingers. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Got that thin coat. Again, let's read it. I'm sure it says 60 to 90. I don't see why it wouldn't. Yeah, 60 seconds. It says repeat 2 or 3 times because they're recommending building up your coats, which is what you should always do. So 60 seconds. I'll be right back. And I will say I don't feel any heat spike or anything like that. And again, you always want to cure your polishes really well. So thin coats, even if it takes 2 or 3 coats to build it up, you don't want to just go one thick coat because you may not have that ready to go. Okay, so let's do one more coat, because that's not bad, and I did it very thin. Again, you don't really want to flood your cuticle, because then it'll get real thick in that area, so just make sure when you put on your color that you're really just floating that really nicely. And I keep touching my pinky skin. It's probably because my pinky's kind of small, and then obviously the nice wide brush. So again, I'll clean that up before I move on, but I'll do all 4 fingers and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and as you wait, it kind of levels out. It's really cool. So again, excuse me, 60 seconds. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we got, I think 2 coats is going to be good. I don't think I need to go in for a third. Okay, so I'm going to do a little nail art. I just grabbed a little piece of plastic. Just, you can use the mirror that comes in your kit, which would be really cute. But let's see. I think I'll do like a little spider web. So I just need the smallest amount, guys. You don't have to put a ton out. Go. Oh, I put that on my towel. I noticed it was weird. I'm like, what is going on? Hello. There we go. Just a little there. I will have to clean up that towel in just a moment. And then just a little black polish also. Again, you don't need too much of either one. And then I'll have this little wipe here ready. I can't believe I dipped that in there. Okay, so anyhow, I'm just going to get a little bit of this polish. And even this, you do want to work in a way that's going to be thin. Maybe I'll go this way. You want it to cure well too, right? So just a little bit of polish goes a long way. And I'm just going to add some little spokes to make some little spider webs. You guys also have the stickers in your kit that you can definitely use for your spider web if you don't want to do hand-drawn things. And something like that. Maybe one more since I did the other one. Okay, and in between these spokes, I'm just going to add some little lines. Just kind of curved a little bit. Right? Maybe this one can be a little bit longer. And with nice about spider webs, they don't have to be perfect, because they are spider webs. So if you have enough, I think that's good. Let me come back this way on this one though. Out that way, there we go. Cute, I think that's good. And then I'm gonna wipe this off. And then just a little Beetlejuice fun over here. I'll just take this black and just make some black lines that aren't perfect. I want them to be kind of wobbly, so I'm kind of wobbling. This liner brush is really nice. So it's like wanting to do a good job, but I want them to look kind of weird. So I'm trying my best to make them look a little thick and weird. To make them crooked, lumpy kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Just not perfect. That's what I want. Just something fun like that. Alright. Just some like spooky little lines here. There, that's better. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in the lamp for 1 minute. And since they are fingers that are opposite each other, I'm just going to put the whole hand. 1 minute. Okay, so that's done, and I'll use my top gel. So again, just like everything else, thin lines. Thin lines. Okay, and there it is. And so now we'll just take our top gel and just like everything else, nice thin coats. Let me put this to the side over here. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I don't know why my camera doesn't like white backgrounds or shiny backgrounds. But anyhow, same thing, nice and thin. And if you get any on your skin, clean it up before you put it in your lamp for these 60 seconds. If any of this is smearing when you go to put on your top coat, that means it didn't cure well. Put it back in the lamp for another, 30 seconds or so. But it should be set up, okay? Especially if we did the thin cures that we did. And you can definitely add nail art to gel polish. You can do acrylic, you know, if you have acrylic powders and monomer, you can make your flowers. You can use the gel products that make flowers for you and molds and all that stuff, because gel is nice and thick and it will accept it, right? So if there's something you want to put on here, the charms that are in the kit, you can definitely stick them down, all those things. But that's what's nice about gel polish, is that you can put all this 3D stuff and it'll hold on to it. Okay, I didn't get any on my skin, so I'm good to go for my 60 seconds, and I'll be back. All right, light just turned off, and that is it. And let me see. I believe it's a no-wipe top coat, but I always just kind of give it a wipe anyway. I didn't feel anything sticky or weird or anything like that. And that is it. So I'm gonna leave my gloves on because I do need to do, you know, my thumbnails too. But that is the design, and I'll do the exact same thing on the other hand. And how you do the other hand, just very carefully, I've shown you guys in other videos. I'll come in right now. Since I've been doing some other stuff, I'll go ahead and, make sure my nails are still nice and dry. That was just a little alcohol. And then just go in, same thing, base coat. I'll do my, design and everything like that. So maybe I'll do that with some fast forward music. I'll be back. Almost done. I am working on my thumbs. I just want to show you why I do them separate. So in the lamp like this, you put your hand in, maybe you put your whole hand in, your thumb is kind of sideways. And there are lights on the side, but what about this area that's down here? So this is just something I've done doing, with these things for like 20 years now. It's this hand, just this 4 fingers, just this 4 fingers, and then the 2 thumbs together flat like this when you put them in, right? So they're just like this. And then you have a nice good cure all over, and you don't have to worry about anything. So I'm just doing my top gel on this one, on these guys. So, and same as before, just make sure if you get any on your skin to go ahead and take that off. So far, everything's great. No heat spikes. But again, I've been building up my color. And so there you go. And then opposite hand, you just gotta be careful. That's how I do it. I will fully admit, I went to grab something, and when my thumbnail had base gel on it, it touched this, and I was like, because obviously you want a nice smooth application, and that made it a little bumpy, but that's okay. Okay, I'm just trying to make this nice and thin. Sorry guys, I'm not adding more. I'm really trying to take some off. And then again, you just let it self-level so it looks nice, and then go ahead and pop it in your lamp. 60 seconds, just like this. Okay, so that was it. And again, I've been wiping them. They're no wipe. Like, it's not sticky, it's not slimy or anything like that, but I'm just so used to wiping them off, so I wipe them off anyway, just in case you have any little bits here and there that may be still around or under your nail or whatever. So I'm going to take these guys off. I'm going to go wash my hands, and we will put on some cuticle oil, and that is our manicure, guys, your basic gel manicure. Okay, guys, so I did clean off my brush. Again, just a little wipe with some acetone or with some alcohol. I do alcohol. You really want like a 99% alcohol, okay, for this kind of thing. But if you have 91, 92, that's fine. Just the higher percentage, the better. Okay, so I just wiped that off so it's ready for the next one. And I have some cuticle oil actually from another kit, the same kit that I got the UV lamp from. So like I said, I'll link that kit too. It'll also go to Amazon. And so yeah, I just washed my hands. And that's the nice thing about, you know, if I want to put some of those charms on here, we have the glue. You just put a little dab of the glue, you know, a good amount depending on the charm that you're wanting to use from the kit. Put the charm on and then go ahead and harden in the UV lamp for the time recommended on the bottle there. I think it might be the 60 to 90 seconds. Some people like to flash cure because if you're going to keep putting other charms on, and that's fine, you can do that with the smaller lamp, you know, 15, 30 seconds, and then put it in the larger lamp when you're done decorating all your nails on that hand. So, oh, it smells nice. It's very, does it even have a smell? It's very, very light. Like a little bit floral, maybe a little almond, but like very light. So that's really nice. All right, so you got that going, and that is today's design. Let me try to get some of that oil off my nails. And yeah, so whenever you go to remove this, you're going to want to just take some of the shine off the nail. So usually I buff it a little bit, or even with a regular file. Take some of that coat off and then go ahead and soak them in some remover or just acetone, which is what I do. I have like a nourishing acetone with a little wipe, with a little like cut up wipe, and then with some foil. Let that soak 15, 20 minutes. Just sit there, you know, when you watch some TV, watch some videos here on YouTube. And when you go to remove it, this should have peeled off your nail. So very easy to remove, generally speaking. So thanks for watching, guys. That was your step-by-step manicure safely done. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have my discount code there in the description box for you for 10% off the Beetles Amazon store and anything else that's pertinent there. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.